So here we have the Max 2016. This is the current vintage of the Max. First produced in 2004. This wine has always been a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot and Petit Verdot. One of the, I suppose, hallmarks of this wine is it always has quite a high percentage of Petit Verdot in. So this blend is 44% Cabernet Sauvignon, 33% Merlot and 23% Petit Verdot. The vineyards are predominantly from the Bottleray area of Stellenbosch, or Ward, if you want to call it that. So quite poor soils. The vines that I source from are relatively old, most of them unirrigated, and they give a great expression of fruit and great expression of vintage. 2016 was a tricky vintage. In the sense it was the middle of the drought years and we had a lot of heat that vintage. Stuff ripened quite quickly, and then the vineyards that were ripening towards the end of the season, specifically the Cabernet Sauvignon in particular, as well as the Petit Verdot, really struggled to achieve ripeness because of the heat and the stress that we're going through. That's perhaps one of the reasons why this vintage has more Merlot in it than all the others that I've had before. I think I've had maximum 25% Merlot in the past, but the Merlot brings in a lot of great fruit expression and freshness to the wine. This Bordeaux blend from Stellenbosch, it's really a wine that expresses itself in lots of sort of savory characters, almost charcuterie, black olive. You end up with this lovely primary red fruit and strawberry fruit from the Merlots, lovely freshness from the Merlot as well, and then the Petit Verdot, which is 23%, which a lot of people regard as a very high percentage of Petit Verdot, brings in a lot of the sort of texture and the richness to the wine and the inkiness of the wine. 16, I would argue, is not a vintage that's going to age forever, but this wine is definitely a wine that will age for at least 10 years from harvest. Other vintages such as 2015, 2017 are perhaps wines that will continue 15 or even longer years from vintage. But it's a wine that is built to last, and this wine spends around 22 months in barrel, of which is about 35% new wood. It's all small French barriques, so 2 to 5 litre. And it's a wine that needs time in barrel and needs a bit of time in bottle. That's why we're still selling the 16. This is a wine that I like to mature, as I said, for almost 2 years in barrel and then 18 months in bottle before release. So that when I do offer the wine into the market, it's a wine that is starting to open up and become accessible, because it does take some time to come around. It's a wine that's very, very consistent between the vintages. I've been using the same vineyards all over the years. I think it's just really the Merlot is the one vineyard that changed from 2004 to 2006, and then I've been continuing with that vineyard going forward. In 2017, I've actually brought in a bit of Cabernet Franc, but that'll be the next vintage that we'll show to you guys.